And I know that soon, after accomplishing the first three objectives, we will accomplish the fourth, which is Marylanders of this generation and the next will look up and once again see the Francis Scott Key Bridge standing tall.
Maryland leaders pledged to rebuild the Key Bridge 1 year after its tragic collapse. 6 Marylanders lost their lives after a container ship lost power and hit one of the bridge's new support beams.
The collapse rocked the nation and the state, from the shuttering of the Port of Baltimore for months to long-term traffic issues. Some residents are still feeling the impacts of the collapse to this day.
Tonight, Fox 45 is looking back at the heartbreaking tragedy and the questions that still remain.
Let's begin with Fox 45's Jessica Babb. She was at that ceremony today and joins us live after speaking with some of the families who lost their loved ones that day. Jessica?
If you remember, this time last year, crews were still looking for those missing construction workers. And since the year has passed, Baltimore has slowly been bouncing back, and we have plans to rebuild the bridge now. But for the families who lost their loved ones, they say their lives will never be the same. With the backdrop of the Francis Scott Key Bridge, the concrete still standing 1 year later.
March 26, 2024 is and will always be a tragedy beyond words.
Governor Moore, standing with federal, state, and city officials, are remembering the 6 men who lost their lives.
You have been in our hearts and on our minds every day.
And the moment in the dark of night, the Dolly cargo ship hit the bridge and it came crumbling down.
March 26th, 2024, drew a line in time.
March 26th, 2025, now a moment of reflection on the cleanup that took months, with crews fishing mangled steel out of the Patapsco River.
We brought closure to the families, supported our people, and cleared the channel in 11 weeks.
And the recovery that's already been done. Slowly, the Port of Baltimore is rebounding, and the process to build a new bridge has started, which is expected to open in 2028.
Marylanders of this generation and the next will look up and once again see the Francis Scott Key Bridge standing tall, and you have my word on that.
Y él dijo, Minor cayó del puente.
And he said, Minor fell from the bridge.
Y no lo encuentra.
And they can't find him.
Entonces en ese momento,
Then that moment,
yo me volví como loca y empecé a gritar en mi apartamento.
I just lost it, and I started to scream in the apartment.
But even as the community begins to recover, the families who lost loved ones are still grappling with their grief.
Es un dolor que uno no lo quisiera ni experimentar.
It's a very, very painful pain no one should experience.
Sitting down with the wives of Miguel Angel Luna and Maynor Yasir Suazo Sandoval, they say even a year later, it's a tragedy that still doesn't feel real.
No sé, porque en realidad el tiempo pasó.
I really can't tell you because time just dragged on.
E incluso todavía hay momentos en los que pienso.
And there are times, even now, that I think
que un día él va a volver.
that one day he'll come back.
And they're asking to make sure their husbands are always remembered.
Mi esposo era el mejor esposo
My husband was the best husband
que Dios me pudo permitir.
that God would allow me to have.
And if you want to hear more of their interviews and what life has been like for them in the last year, you can check out our Key Bridge documentary. It's on YouTube. Just search Fox Baltimore. Live in Dundalk, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.